Okay. Um, Hello, fellow Beastians. This is your one and only gaming beast. And let me just put this away here. And yeah, I am the Rapco, the gaming beast. And today we're going to be playing some more Dark Eye 3rd edition. So the older one. And this is going to be a different group. The other group, it's not going to continue. But maybe some of the players return, doesn't matter. So we'll just jump right into the world of Aventuria. So you guys, you are on the main street on the realm, the street of the realm. So as it's called, or Reichstrasse, and you're about 5 miles south of a small village. You're heading towards the great capital of the Middle Realm, and also the biggest city of the entire continent, Gareth. And in order to find your fortunes, you're very young. You have just finished whatever training you have done, and you're out in the world. And by circumstance, you met up in the previous village of Gramorche as you traveled from wherever you came from. And yeah, you're about you know that you're about 5 miles from south from this small village of Silkwiesen, and it is the 26th of Travia, the 30th of Hell. That's the year. They use now a different method of doing the year, but it doesn't really mean anything at this moment. It's like there's a small, just some drizzle coming down, some small rain. Not a lot. And there's some a light wind, not too bad. So you're on your way towards the city, but you're gonna probably stop in Silkwiesen in a small village. Yeah, I think at this point, you just decided to like, in order to gain whatever your goals are, fame, fortune, or glory, or whatever, you decided just to you met up and you decided you would have more success together. So why don't you guys describe how your character looks like, who he is, and also if you want to plug something or you just want to introduce yourself. We'll go from left to right as I see it. Right now, we will start with Ian, aka Fantastic Dimensions.
All right, so I am playing Parallax. Parallax, son of Dugabalash. He is a dwarven warrior, very young. I'm only 19 years of age, which is why I have, as you can see, a very short blonde beard pulled into a couple of little braids there. So Parallax currently has a very minimal amount of equipment on him. He's wearing leather armor. He has a leather helm as well, which he's grateful for, keeping his pate dry in this rain.
Out of character, just quick. You got a backpack and stuff. It just doesn't save it. You got a backpack with some stuff in it, like food and drink and stuff. Sure. But yeah.
So yeah, got the leather armor, leather helm, backpack slung over his shoulder alongside of his dwarven skraya, which is his axe.
Exactly, yeah.
Is that a double-bladed or a single-bladed
axe? It's a double-bladed axe. It's actually the
kind of the battle axe type thing.
Yes, it's a one-handed double-bladed axe. It has a very specific look, and it has a long thorn in the middle. Cool. It is actually a Thorwallian weapon, a classic Thorwallian weapon. It's like a weapon that families would have, and they would give it to their children. But dwarves have their own version of it, since they're big fans of anything axes and hammers and maces and shit, of course. And yeah, this is the dwarven skraya. Yeah, so as I said, it's a double-bladed axe, and it's got a long thorn in the middle. So, and it's one-handed.
Cool. Yeah, so that's really that's it. I mean, other than that, I'm a dwarf. I'm not even 4.5 feet tall.
Yeah,
and I'm just about the same width, and yeah, black hair.
Yeah.
Actually says brown hair, black eyes.
It can be. Hair, don't worry, it generated. You can go with black. Any guys. By the way, name like stuff like that, hair color. Feel free to change those things that don't matter, I don't care.
Yep, I'll go with
As,
the blonde hair. Giving
as
you
long as it's not like really crazy stuff like blue hair and stuff that doesn't fit in this setting. This is not an anime setting. Other than that, what would fit, I'm fine with. So
so that's me.
okay, yep, Parallax the dwarf. Uh, then next will be Ignacio and or Ignacio. Anyway, Ignacio. There you go.
Either works. I pronounce it closer to the second. So
Yeah.
today I'll be playing Maltsan Fenikel. He is a charlatan, and a charlatan is kind of a mixture between a rogue and an illusionist, like a weak illusionist. He looks pretty much like this picture. He's very eccentric, flamboyant, and very, very, very conspicuous. He always speaks in an exaggerated tone of voice. And he will, yeah, he will talk to the rocks if he has to. That's Maltsan.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, charlatans are pretty cool. They're basically people that have some magical power, but they weren't trained. They weren't found by the guilds when they're young enough, so they basically use their spell, as you said. You know, they're like showmen. They're like arcane tricksters, showmen. Basically, that a rogue mage kind of combo thing. They're pretty cool. Yeah, it was Ignacio, and then we got Merrick.
Oh, okay. I will be playing Dusares. He is a human druid, about 19 years of age. He's wearing undyed homespun cloth and short beard, long curly hair, dark eyes. He has just finished training under the rest of the Grove and has decided to go out and find his own place in the world.
Yeah, you grew up in a small like druid circle, as you said, a small grove that has been in the local woods, and you've been now sent out into the world to protect Sumo, which is the word that they use for the Earth, the planet, the god that represents that, and yeah, so and you're all about. Yep, go ahead.
I have a obsidian dagger.
Yeah. The obsidian dagger is a traditional weapon of a druid in the Dark Eye. So they use it also for their various rituals. And yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, and then next, but certainly not least, we got Juve.
I believe that the pronunciation is, and you're going to have to help me with this, Sean. Adaron Ingstead.
Yeah, Engstedt, yeah. But
Ingstead. I am a mage. I
yes.
am also a necromancer. And I walk around with a cane, with a walking staff, which has, when you hit a button, has a blade pop up like death. So I carry around a scythe as my chosen weapon. And that, I don't know if that's flavor text. It doesn't have to be like anything special.
No, it's fine. You can have it with that it clips out. I allowed it because usually mages have a staff, but I decided, that you're a guildless mage because the guilds, they don't allow, they usually don't allow things like that kind of weapon. Usually you have a staff. At most, there's some mages that can use a foil, specific foil or daggers. But because the way how they limit that what like with armor and stuff in the Dark Eye is that metal interferes with magic. But it mostly only means with armor. So anyway, you're like a guildless mage. You were taught by some crazy necromancer your magic, but you also know, and this is a pro tip, that necromancy, demon summoning is pretty much frowned on or illegal in most countries and most kingdoms and baronies. Just so you know, especially necromancy. Okay.
Yes. So. My mundane job is traveling gravedigger.
Oh, okay. So they might They might think you're a Boron priest. Boron is the good god of death, and the Boron priests are basically those that bury the dead and bless their graves and so on.
Yeah, that's my cover.
Well, you'll have to be convincing then. But yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so we got our merry band of adventurers here, more or less. So as you're going down, there's the small drizzle. It's kind of annoying, but it's not too bad. You've been walking now for quite some time. Yeah. You see there's two riders approaching from behind, and a wagon, kind of a rickety. No, it's actually a wagon in pretty good shape. You can see a older gentleman. Well, he's not older. He's like about 40. He's got a big beard, and he looks more. He looks wealthier, and he's got a younger kid on the side on a other horse. He's about, like, you'd say 13, 14. And then there's a wagon with a woman. She's about in her mid-20s or something, like, and she looks like a typical wagon driver. And she's kind of just like has her hood down, and as the rain is coming down, and she's trying to avoid the rain, and the wagon is going on closely. You're guessing there's some sort of travelers of some sort. And then he approaches you, and he winks at you. Ho, travelers! Are you going towards the village of Silkwiesen?
If that's between here and Gareth.
Yeah, it sure is. I think. Do you want to sit on the wagon? It would be shorter than the voyage.
What?
I wouldn't mind to help you. The trip would be shorter, dear dwarf. I meant no offense if you misunderstood me.
Calm down. I say to him, calm down. Not every person automatically trying to insult you.
I just gotta grumble a bit, and I hop up on the wagon.
The wagon is pretty spacious. It's like it's covered up all the items, but there's still enough room for you guys to sit there in the back.
Is there any kind of like a blanket or a tarp or something in there?
There's a tarp.
I'll pull it up over myself greedily and up around myself, like hogging the whole thing, and I'll mumble about, dwarves don't water well.
Yeah.
I probably smell like a wet dog too.
I'll sit it back and lean back against the sack and dangle my feet off the edge of the wagon and let the rain fall on my face.
Okay. And what do you do, Ignacio?
Is there room to sit next to the driver?
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
so I purposefully am the last to get on the wagon, and I sit next to him. And
it's a woman.
To her.
Yeah.
And how old is she?
She's in her mid-20s. You'd say maybe 26, 27.
She's not breeding material, I'll say to him from the back. She's racist.
She kind of like she was like half asleep, and she like kind of wakes up and like, what were you saying?
Oh no, don't listen to my friend the dwarf. He's been drinking. They're known to do that.
Who the hell? Which circus let you out?
Not been drinking enough. That's the problem. Is there anything in the back of this wagon? What's back here?
There's a bunch of stuff, mostly
like through it, looking for drink.
The guy, as you're riding along, the guy and you're rummaging through is like, "Hey there, that's my stuff."
I won't break anything.
Don't rummage through my stuff, please.
My short fingers are surprisingly nimble.
Well, stop your fingers from being so nimble, please.
Well, do you have any drink?
We'll be at an inn soon. We're an hour's away with this wagon.
An hour?
But by the way, guys, just quick for money, just roll 1d6. That's how many gold coins you have, okay? Juve, since you're the only one who is rich, I'll allow you 2d6. Well, your parents were rich, so I'll allow you 2d6 for gold coins.
Okay, that works.
So there's also like
Whoa.
copper, 10 copper is a silver, and then 10 silver is a gold. And I think there's one even below copper or something, but it's like pennies or something. So don't worry about that. Yeah. So when I say silver, that's like, like 1/10 of a gold.
Okay, I rolled a 6 total.
Well, then write down, whatever you have, just write it down. I trust you guys. So that's how much money you have if we need to deal with that. So, okay.
Was it a D6 of each or a D6 of?
No, you everybody else, you get a D6. I think unless
D6
you're
silver.
whatever your what does your okay, yeah, no, a D6 gold coins.
A
you
D6
get.
gold. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, not
thank you.
silver. You
That's-
get.
Where would you put that on the character sheet? Is there a place for money?
There is technically one, but like just write it anywhere right now. Let's just move on. I don't want to get
Okay.
stuck in details. So after an hour, you arrive at the inn. Yeah, you can see a sign on the inn. It's a little bit as you arrive in the small village of Silkwiesen. Most of the people are inside. There's some old lady. It's a small village, not very big. There's some old ladies chatting, looking at you. You're definitely, there's nothing too much. Even though it's on the main street on the thing, you still stick out like kind of a sore thumb, And they're kind of.
What did you call me?
Suspicion. They didn't say anything. That's what they're doing. I didn't say that they're just looking at you. There's some dwarves too, so mostly
Cool.
human, but you can see a couple of dwarves, but they're definitely not Ambos dwarves, which are the ones like you. They're the warrior-esque dwarves. The dwarves you see, I would say, Ian, you would probably recognize them as hill dwarves, which are more akin to kind of hobbits, but imagine if hobbits and dwarves were kind of combined. So
disgusting. I'll hop out from under the tarp and run into the inn.
They still have beards and stuff, so they do have beards, But it doesn't
have some good in them, I guess.
The different dwarves, they might not like each other. They definitely have culture differences. Anyway, so the inn is called. You can see there's one inn in the village, of course, only, but I mean it's small enough where one is fine. And it's like an older house. There's an old sign with like a big iron crown. It's a kind of rusty, and you can see it's written on it into the old emperor. And as you run in, Ian, you like smack in. There's a couple of peasants. There's a couple. Not too much is going on. Most of them are either working or in their houses. And you can see the old guy. There's like this old bald guy. He's about 50, maybe 60. You're not quite sure. Yeah. There's bar stools. Yeah.
I'll leapfrog up onto one. Say, barman, emergency. Need beer.
Okay.
A gold coin down on the table on the bar.
He looks at the gold coin as like, okay, it's just a copper, like 2 coppers for a beer, but you want that? You want a drink for that? Sure.
How many will this get me then? And I start counting on my fingers. I'm like 5, 20, right?
Yeah.
Just keep them coming.
Okay.
I slide the gold coin across.
We do have quite good beer. I'm very proud to say that is the famous Verdokker, the light Verdokker beer, or Verdokker Helles. That is the real beer in the game, by the way.
Yes. Give me the
yeah. He brings you that
Verdokker, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great that they have like an official beer in the game.
They have multiple beers, but that one is famous. If you played the Drakensang video game, they also have it there.
Come on, man. It's a German role-playing game.
Right?
Of course it is. They have multiple, but that one is the most famous. They actually made a legit one, like a bottle for an event or something. It's pretty cool, actually. So
we get it the next time I'm in Munich.
Yeah. So if you play the video game Drakensang, they have that. That's the beer that they have, of course.
Cool.
But anyway, So you're drinking your beers. There is actually a skill for drinking, carousing, but right now the first couple of beers should be no problem for you. It's like when you get there.
Yeah,
Having been
give me 5 minutes.
Anyway, what do you other guys do? You see the dwarf run in like a maniac, like a dwarf would be. Mostly.
And now I've got a big frothy. What'd you say again? Frodenbacher or what's it called?
Fairdocker. That comes from
Fairdocker.
it's from the town Fairdock.
So I've now I look like a kid in a candy store, kind of holding this beer in both hands and just pulling it up to my face reverently.
Yep.
I'll go sit at the bar and have a beer as well.
Sure.
Seeing that the dwarf has given the man a gold piece and said, "Keep him coming," I go sit right next to him on his right, and I say, "I'm with him. I'll have one too."
Okay. He brings you us a Fairdocker. So the man joins you and he says, "I didn't even introduce myself yet. My name is Marbit Telper. This is my son. What was his name again? Lisker. The young kid, about 14. He's like pretty shy. He's like, yeah, hi." And he's like, anyway, I'll get myself a room and then I'll join you guys. So he like goes to the maid and they're haggling for the room. Well, not haggling. They just basically they're talking.
Agreeing a price.
Yeah. So the kid runs up, kind of. He's like kind of shy, whatever, and he just runs up into the room. And the man comes down. He's got his big beard and everything. And he sits down. He also gets a Fairdocker and is like, yeah. So it seems like you're quite a mixed bunch. Are you like some what is your? Are you going towards Gareth or something?
Indeed.
Thought I already said that. And I mumble something and look up at his big beard, kind of jealous. And I mumble something about cultural appropriation.
So sorry, it's like you know what? He's got a beard now. Fuck it, I like that. What you said, yeah.
Cultural appropriation.
It's not like dwarves invented beards. Come on.
I just hear that and I just shake
Shows
my
what
head.
you know, Longshanks.
Calm down, young dwarf.
I am calm.
Anyway,
and I reach out with my empty mug for a Docker.
Yeah.
We just keep him drunk as much as humanly possible.
Roll. You're like at your 4th, 5th beer. I'd say roll a
4th or 5th. Jeez, I thought it was on my 2nd.
Oh, your 2nd. Okay. Then
we've been here for like 3 minutes, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, real time, I guess. Anyway, then don't worry about it. What I said.
Don't worry. Give me a couple minutes. I'll be on my 3rd then.
And he says, "Well, I'm a trade. My trade is literally I'm a trader, and I'm from the city of Festum, and but I moved like 12 years ago to Gareth, and I'm just coming back from another business deal that has been quite lucrative. Yeah, I moved away like ever since my wife died, like 13 years ago, and since then I got my son, and he's been pretty much my pride and joy, although sometimes I worry about him, but yeah.
Wife for a son, fair trade.
Well, it wasn't a trade. Well, anyway. Oh well. Yeah, I've heard some rumors that there's some bandits in this area.
There's plenty of mushrooms growing in the caverns. Don't worry.
And he looks at you really now. He's really confused. Like, what?
Don't mind him. This is what the deal is. He's a raging alcoholic. Don't pay him no mind. He's drunk.
At least I don't fuck dead people.
What?
Good sir, you said you worry about your son. What ails your son? I have many different kinds of bombs for all kinds of ails of the heart, ails of the mind, ails of the body.
Are you some sort of like healer or sorcerer or something?
Something is right.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not a sorcerer. I'm just a dilettante of sorts. But yes, I do have quite a collection of medicines
And
from
they all
all
mysteriously
corners of
taste
this
like
earth.
apple cider, the non-alcoholic kind. Blech.
Well, my son is healthy. He's just
Well, if one's medicines don't taste very good, Master Dwarf, nobody will want to drink them.
well. Either way, my son is quite healthy. He's just, as I said, he's a bit shy, but he's still very young, and I'm sure he'll
Shy,
outgrow
you
it.
said. I have something for that.
Well, it's very kind of you, good sir, but I think, and then you have one of the one you can see one. There's one like one of the peasants, and it's a dwarf. Like it's clearly a hill dwarf, and he's in very comfortable clothing, and he's got a pipe and like a big beard and everything. He seems to be like about 60, 70, which is, dwarves can be up to 400 years old in the dark eye. And he's like, shyness, maybe I would be interested if this sir doesn't needs it.
Oh well, it just so happens I have two of that, so I would be able to help both of you. What kind of shyness do you suffer from? Is it shyness around? Is it shyness around danger? Shyness around the ladies?
Roll for lying.
Okay. I do have some vials. It doesn't cure shyness, but yeah, it is. It's
That's
partly
fine.
a lie.
You can have
So,
vials full of stuff.
so let's see. That's a skill, right? Social skills.
It should be there.
Lie. Social
Yeah,
skills.
yeah,
Lie.
yep.
So I have a 6 here. Is
Unmodified.
that
So yeah, the 6 means you have that many points to fix your roll.
okay? And this is based on a stat.
Yeah, there should be
What
the
about
stats.
when the number is a negative?
Then, like, I think the way how it is here, it's like you divide it up at best at 3.
Oh, and you
And
have to take those many points off.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
Anyway.
So if I have 3 stats here, I can pick the highest, or do I have to
No,
go
you have to
average?
roll all three of them.
No. You have to go. You got to roll all 3 of them. So you got to roll the first stat,
Okay.
and then
All right.
it should stand there what stat it is actually in the top of the talent list.
Courage. I did. Okay, I'll use 3 points to pass that.
Yeah.
I rolled a 14. So then
It's either target number or
roll,
under. So if you got the number, then it's fine.
then intelligence, I make it no problem, and finally charisma. Oh man, is a 20 a crit fail?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't have enough points to fix that.
Yeah, if it's only a crit failure if you have 2 20s. If you have 20, but you can still fix it in a skill roll, then it's fine. In combat, it's a bit different. Yeah.
But
Well,
if
I
you
can
get
fix it,
20,
but I
you
still
can't fix it
wouldn't.
with points, right?
Yeah, you still fail. You don't have enough points to fix it, so you fail.
Yeah, I still fail, so I don't have enough points to fix it.
So you were
I'm not very convincing.
But you started off pretty strong, but then after a while, he's like, I don't know. You don't seem like the honest type. Like, anyway, you seem like some kind of
You'd be better off spending your money on Hellas, good sir.
Oh, I do. I know the good thing when I see one. You seem like you seem like a mountain dwarf, good sir.
I am.
Yeah, I'm Morax, son of Gareth.
Is that a mountain dwarf name? It is,
No,
right?
there's some actually old dwarves are always like
okay.
like thing and then son, also if they're not.
No, I just thought Gorax, Parallax, thought we might be.
Yeah. It's like no, I'm a hill dwarf, but I have some mountain dwarf relatives, distant ones, but
yeah,
still.
well, nobody's perfect. Pull up a chair, have a beer.
Yeah, sure. I cannot stay too long, but the wife is waiting. But yeah, I'll have some. So let's just say after a while, the guy is asks you drink. You have a couple Ian, your dwarf. I'd say roll
easily on my third by now. Yeah,
I just want you a normal carousing roll.
a normal carousing roll.
Yeah.
That's got to be on social skills. I
No,
presume.
it's a body skill.
Oh, it's a body skill. Carousing.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see it there. So what's CL?
Cleverness. So that's your intelligence.
Cleverness. So it's going to require cleverness and then intelligence and strength. Okay, so the cleverness, I'll just roll 3 at once. So cleverness, I rolled a 7 under 10, so that's fine.
The IN is intuition.
Oh yeah, intuition. Sorry, yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
D&D, you know.
I know.
I rolled a 7 on my cleverness, so that's grand. I rolled an 11 for my intuition, so I'll spend a point to drop that down to 10.
Yeah.
And then I rolled a 5 for my strength.
That's very good.
Grand. I've got a major surplus.
Yeah. That's good. You have no problem. You're fine. You have a good buzz going, but you could still do pretty much whatever.
I'll start drinking faster.
Yeah. Anyway, so
it comes in liters. Oh,
quick question.
Yes.
When you spend those points to adjust your roll, when do they come back? Is like with every roll or
every roll? Yeah,
okay.
It doesn't go away. It's just like the way how the talent rolls.
It's kind of like a handicap.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So how much you can adjust for that roll? That's what the points are. Okay.
Yeah. Now with the newer edition, with 4th and 5th edition, they removed the minus things, so it's like a little bit different, but it's still the basic concept is the same. Okay. But anyway, I'm more familiar with 3rd edition, so that's why. But I haven't played it in many years, so that's why I'm a bit rusty. But anyway, so that's the basis of it. Yeah, I'd say, you know what? If you guys are drinking too, Mr. Charlatan, you should also roll a carousing roll, unless you're more conservative with your drinking.
Yeah, I'm just.
I just lost a sale. I think I would be speeding up.
I would
definitely a normal carousing roll.
I'd like to slip a coin to the bartender and tell him to drop a shot in this beer.
He's like, fine. He does takes some moonshine he's hiding and then just puts a little bit in it. So the morbid Telper says to the others, he says, it's a little bit unsafe here, and I think it would be good if I would have somebody protecting me.
I drop my axe. Where?
Not at this moment, and just possibly.
Be careful. Words are important, man. You said it was unsafe here. I put my axe away.
Young dwarf, not
I need
here.
Another beer.
Anyway, not here. But when we're out on the road, at least I am out on the road in the morning, I would pay you if you would, if your group would join me, and protect me from whatever could happen in the near future. That would be good for you.
Seems like a good idea to me. I mean, we're traveling anyways. We might as well get paid for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's 13 gold coins, and I think you could use it in Gareth. It's not a cheap city.
13? Oh.
Well, in total, and you'll have to divide it up.
Well, they're all weak anyway. You should just give me all the money.
Out of character, it is quite a lot of money for you. So, anyway.
So immediately...
Yep.
Yeah, I immediately turned to him, and I was stirring my beer with my finger, kind of nursing my bruised ego, and then I pull my fingers out and I use and I have a little bit of foam, and I use that to twirl my mustache, and I said, 13 gold, you say? Well, I'm in.
He's useless, really. And that one sorry, Mark, are you a male or female character? You're a druid.
I'm a dude.
Okay, dude. Sorry, I forgot the name.
Again, I said
he's a tree hugger, and he screws dead people. Just give me all the money. I'm the only one you need.
He screws dead people? What? Are you talking about? What is it?
He cares for buries the dead.
Necromorphic, bacteria or something. Yeah.
It's a very ugly word. It needn't be said, even in an establishment like this. I believe you'll need all our talents before the day is done.
I believe they say it's necrophile. It's often associated also with necromancers. I thought you might be a Boran priest of some sort.
That's the
Maybe from
one.
maybe from the south.
You know about those priests.
What, the Boran priests
I
are good.
immediately make.
They bury our dead and bless them so they can go down with Golgarian, the
Go
Raven of
down.
Death.
Go down.
And I lean over towards the dwarf and I'm like, just remember, if something happens to you in battle, guess who has to deal with you afterwards? You better play nice. And I lean up and I smile, like, yes.
Another beer, please, and a shot.
I think the dwarf is in jest, right? Good sir, and he looks at you, Juve.
Yes, the dwarf is good. Just make sure he has plenty of alcohol and he's happy with the world.
It's just my sense of humor, sir.
No necromancer or Borberad scum. Out of character, Borberad is basically the Sauron of the setting. You know, he's like the main evil mage. It would ever dare to come to civilized lands unless they want to deal with, you know, the Emperor's troops. Anyway, yeah, if you're interested, we would leave in the morning. Yeah, it just would make me feel safer and you know, if nothing happens, still you'll get your pay. And but I would feel safer, and also, you know, knowing that my son would be safe, and yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go early to bed, but I'll wake you. I'll notify you when we go. When we shake our hands on it, who would be the leader of your group anyway?
That'd be me, sir. And I reach over and I fall out of my bar stool and land on my face. And I
immediately go to shake the man's hand.
and I shake yours, Ignacio.
I meant to do that.
We will keep you and the young lad safe. Don't you worry. And we'll have his timidness fixed before you know it. He'll be off marrying before you know it. Beautiful lady with money too.
Well, he's a little bit young. Well, I mean, he could marry. I mean, people have married this young, but I would like for him to at least start some kind of craft before he thinks about marrying. I mean, at least 2 years. But, I mean, it depends. In villages, they do tend to marry quite early. So, but anyway, I'm rambling. I had some too much beer. I will go up and rest for the rest of the night. Talk to you later. Anyway, Ignacio, just to be sure, roll a carousing check, since you have been speeding up.
Oh, I have I already rolled it when you said a couple minutes ago.
Oh,
I did really well on it. I passed all 3, and the last one I rolled a 1.
That's perfect from how you acted. That's perfect. Then it's fine. 1 is a crit. Yeah, nice. So, okay. You guys still want to do something? It's still...
Oh yeah. So I lean over to the dwarf and I'm like, now I don't know if you're trying to get me killed. I don't understand. If
I just slipped. I lost my balance.
Again. You slip again and you go into a phylactery jar.
A what?
Don't worry about it. It's not pleasant. And I'm like, enjoy your drinking. Keep your mouth shut. And everything will be okay. And just a sign of how good I am.
A song, an excellent idea.
Yeah, a song. And gives him like 1 silver piece. And like, now get yourself another drink and keep your mouth shut.
How many people are in here anyway, total, besides us?
Most of them have left. There's a couple in the corner. They keep their distance from you. The other dwarf is left already for his wife.
The silver piece that he's just given me, then I flip it to the barman. I tell him to send drinks over to that table, and I jump up on the bar and I start singing a drinking song.
The people they cheer you on as they bring their quite enthused, and they're warming up to you guys. I mean, you've been coming in, you know, with weapons and like.
But at this point in time, I'm at least 7 or 8 drinks deep, so I'm starting to feel. I'm getting much more pleasant, actually.
Now they warm up to you. They see that you're fine. You know, like it's just they were a little bit intimidated. You know, they're peasants, so they don't see warriors or wizards that often. You know, they're not as super duper common. So
I'd like to add to this. I have a question about one of my spells.
Yeah.
Can I do change hair or beard on somebody else?
Yeah. I'd say yeah.
Okay, so what is Parallax? What color is Parallax's beard at the moment?
Blonde, like the rest of my hair.
You should have, but if you want to do it on somebody else, then they have a magic resistance. Let me see here. Just give me a second. I just want to check that. So
I have a magic resistance.
if you see it first, then it should be there.
I have magic
Top.
resistance 2.
Okay, so that means the roll is made harder by 2. What is your number with the change beard spell?
Change beard spell.
So this is
Yeah, it's pretty
this
cool.
is
It's
the
change
number is,
hair and beard.
the number is what's under cost, right?
Yeah. No, cost is how much astro points you use up.
Okay,
There's
so
a previous number.
right, because I was looking at spell list. So what number am I looking for here?
Okay.
Would
Give
be
me
on
a
the
second.
skill sheet.
If you, I have, yeah, there's the sheet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it should be on your skill section.
Okay.
I would assume that's the way it was with my 5th edition character anyway. Each spell was like a
Oh,
skill.
oh
It had
no,
like
sorry.
Three, it had
No,
like 3
no.
rolls. and
I
attachments.
messed up. It is the cost. I mistranslated it again.
Oh.
Okay.
I've been tired. So yeah, so whatever number is next to that, and I'll tell you what it costs afterwards. If
Okay,
it's
so
succeeds or
change
fails.
her beard is -4.
Okay, that means now it's a -6. That means we will. Well, 6 about roughly divided by 3. I'd
You
say.
basically have to make it by a 6-point surplus to succeed, right?
Yeah. So okay, that means you get a. The first roll, every roll is like. So if your skill is, so you get -2 on every roll because it's 6 divided by 3.
Okay. Okay.
So that means like if your skill is now, the first skill is, let's say 14, then now it's 12. So that makes it harder that way.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay. No, I understand that, but what would the target number be then?
So that's I won't give you a bigger modifier except his magic resistance. So wait. So give me a second.
Yeah, this would change the color of the hair and the beard, actually.
Yeah, you can do either or both. I'm fine with that. Yeah, wait, I think it's wait, did it say it should be? Oh yeah, change. Give me a second. Okay, here. Okay,
This is revenge for Ravenloft, isn't it?
It will cost you. If you succeed, it will cost you 6 astral points. If you fail, it's always the half, so 3. So it's 5 plus whatever extra. So what do you want to do exactly?
So what I would like to do is, now the people are starting to congregate and they're all looking at the dwarf, I want to spontaneously change the dwarf's hair and beard to a very, very bright, conspicuous red.
Okay, so like not just the normal red, but like big red that.
Yeah, like
okay.
a real red. And I want to make a big show out of it. Like I would get up on the bar as well, and I would like run my hand up like slowly down in front of his face, and as I do, it changes.
Okay,
like a magic
nice.
trick, basically.
Yeah. Okay, it is pretty much that. Okay, so then, yeah. So every roll is like whatever your skill is, and add 2. That's what you got to roll under. So.
Right. But that's what I was trying to find. Like, what skill do I use for illusions?
Okay, it's not. It's everyone has a separate skills you got to roll.
Each spell has its own. Yeah.
If you look here.
Oh no! I see it now. Sorry,
okay,
I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
So cleverness.
So first I got a war. First is
and dexterity.
cleverness. Okay.
Yeah,
first
charisma
cleverness.
and dexterity. Yeah.
-2, so 10. Okay, first one I pass it by 3. Second one is charisma, which is going to be an 11, so I pass it as well by 4.
Nice.
And finally, it's dexterity, so I got to get 10, but I got a 14 here.
Well, then you fail, so sadly.
Yeah, it fails. So I do the whole thing, but the color doesn't change at all. I just basically do the whole motion, and nothing about his face changes.
Yeah, you lose 3 astral points. Usually, always, most of the times when you fail, you lose half of the attended spell. So
Okay.
as on the top of your sheet, you should see it should be here when you see under hit points, you see endurance and then astral energy. You got
Astral
25.
energy's right there. I see it.
Yeah. So you do the movement. Please describe. It looks like almost like a dance because you're doing the magic incantation and maybe you're saying something, but like,
I'm doing the incantation and I'm doing it like rhythmically, like I'm saying as he's singing in the same rhythm, and I'm doing my hands kind of like moving my fingers almost like jazz hands, and I do it like first the right hand and then the left hand in front of his face, and then I look and nothing's changed.
Nice.
And I sigh deeply, and I sit down on the bar and take another beer.
The people say that was a great dance, sir. Are you a professional dancer?
Oh well, I'm getting there. I was trying to do something else, but I'm glad you liked the look of it anyway. And I'll drink, like I'll quickly drink another pitcher just to drown my sores before I try again.
Since you succeeded in your previous carousing roll, you should be fine. You might have, you should be fine. Anyway, does anybody else want to do still something before we go to the next day?
Well, I think after the first beer, I would try to do something different.
Sure.
Just to give it a go. So this one is called change sounds that a caster or someone else makes.
Yeah.
So if I succeed, I would like to make his singing sound like a really beautiful like parrot song.
So if it would be a parrot, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Since I'll say since you are now, I'll give you what's the number for that you have?
This one has a cost of 4. So that's a positive 4, right? So
yeah, it should
and
be
his magic resistance. Yeah. So I gotta hit 2 over the stat each time.
I will give you an extra of 2 because now you're motivated to succeed.
Okay. All right. So
you literally had some
4.
liquid. Yeah. So 4 and then another 2, and it's 6. Then you got 6 points now.
But then there's this magic resistance, right? So that would be 4 total.
I say that I give you a bonus where you have 6 left. So
okay, you got it. Okay, so that's cleverness. So I gotta do under 18. I got it. Charisma, under 19. I got the number exactly.
Nice. If you get it, you get it.
Yeah, and then 18 or under dexterity. Yep. It works. It works.
Okay, please describe what happens, how it sounds. Please go ahead.
So the way I do it is a little bit like I don't know if you guys know the magic flute. When Papageno is singing with Papagena, and like the guy's doing a sound, and then she's doing the same notes after, and it becomes like a quick little.
I think I'm vaguely familiar with it, but I think I know where you're going with that.
Give us a few bars there, Ignacio.
When the guy says Papageno, and then she says Papagena, but higher, and then they just you know.
Nice.
It's a classic from the magic flute. So I start doing a little.
I hear you do it.
Yeah, I start doing it. I've heard it too. Yeah.
So then, like I smack the ale down on the bar. I've drank the last drop. I get up, and I start doing these bird sounds, beautiful bird sounds coming out of my mouth isn't moving, just coming out of my throat. And then I point to the dwarf, and then his singing starts sounding like that, exactly like that.
People are freaking amazed, and they're like, "Wow, that was a great magic trick, amazing!" And they like they all like throw you some coins, about like let's say like 5 silver in total, smaller coins, and they clap beautiful. and they hail you like that was very great. I didn't know you could do magic. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I salute with both my hands like some Latin American dictator, and then I do a whole like 90-degree bow.
So you are a dancer and you can do magic.
Oh, a little bit, and I touch my small goatee there, feigning modesty.
Nice, nice. Very, very cool. Anybody else wants to do something? Oh yeah, by the way, just quick, since the spell succeeded, let's say, what is it? Yeah, illusions. Anyway, I'm looking it up quick, and if anybody wants to do something, go ahead.
Nope. I'm just gonna slowly finish this beer. My first one. I've still been working on it for the last however long we've been here before
Okay.
heading to bed.
The spell costs 10 astral points, so
All right.
How often do you gain those back? Like each day, or?
each day, just like magic, you just get, I think, a 1d6 basically.
Oh.
Yeah,
There's a recovery rate that you roll.
yeah, it like recovers. So it's like you don't have to memorize, but you have a pool. And when you level up, there's some with the third edition. There's some ways you can do it. With the fifth edition, you build your character with points. With this one, you level up, and then you can roll for health or magic. And then they added some optional rules how you can, instead of rolling for health, you can do for more magic. And so there's different variations you can do. So your pool of magic points or astral points grows. So
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, it's a cool system because, then you don't have to memorize that exact spell. I although D&D 5th edition did a good alternative to that. So
I have a quick meta question
yeah, go
about
ahead.
some of my spells, just to know for later.
Sure.
There's one called Harmless Being or something.
Yeah.
What does that do?
It is a witch's spell, and you can shapeshift into literally a harmless being. That means like a child or an old lady. So like the exact opposite from like, a dangerous wizard or warrior, or you're like
Right.
something that you wouldn't, and you can choose. There's some variation, I think.
That's a really cool spell. I like it. It's like the opposite of like fearful form.
Exactly. It's a witch's spell. It's basically the classic witch, they hide between the thing.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm just an old lady.
Yeah, you can be like, it says here, anything that you would say like a cripple or a small child, and your gear on you, okay. Oh, your gear stays the same, but with your character, it should be fine.
Right. And what does charisma spell do?
Charisma
like
gives
charm.
Yeah, it's this one is it adds a temporary bonus of 2 charisma to your charisma. So
Oh, okay, it just makes me more appealing.
Yeah. There's multiple spells where you just boost your attributes, which can be useful quite in this game, especially with talent rolls, like skill rolls and spell rolls. So since you have noticed, you have to roll 3 times, where there's but your level 1 characters, once you got like 10 and over points in a skill, it becomes much easier. But anyway,
I will drink until I either pass out or puke.
Okay, we don't have to roll for that. Eventually, you'll pass out.
No
Juve,
problem.
do you want to do still something, or you're also done?
I believe I will be done. I believe I will retire to the room for the evening and study my spells for the next day.
Okay, just if you pay 2 silver, that should be your room and board, basically. Just 2 silver. Again, 10 silver is 1 gold, 10 copper is 1 silver. Pretty much like in D&D, So
I think the only thing I will do is, like, while I'm in the room with the thing, I sharpen my blade and then retire for the evening.
Sure. Okay. Okay. So let me see here.
I talk to the people there until they all leave, and when the barman retires, that's when I go to bed. Before I go to bed, of course, I wax my mustache.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so give me a second here. I just wanna. Okay, you wake up to the 27th of Travia, and let me see here. And today, as you wake up, there's quite a thick fog outside, and there's a slight wind going. And yeah, so where is the? Okay, so you wake up and you have breakfast and everything. We'll just speed through that. It's all inclusive in the deal that you got, and it's okay breakfast. It's some morning porridge. Some of you have like a hangover of some sort, but not too bad. Even you, Mr. Dwarf, you're pretty much fine since you rolled pretty well with your carousing. Anyway, so we have the merchant Marbet Telper appear with his son, and he's like outside. The stable boy is helping him readying his horse. The driver, yesterday she introduced herself quick as Iola. She's also getting ready. She looks a little bit distrustful at you guys, especially Parallax, but she does what she's paid to do. And then the guy says, like he gives the leader our thing, but the charlatan, he looks at you and he says, and then he looks and he says, okay, from the 13 ducats, that's how they call the gold coins. I'll give you 6 now, and the rest when we arrive in Gareth. Okay? You divide up the gold as you see fit. That is not my business. And he takes out 6 gold coins and he gives it into your hand. But he said,
"There's 4 of us. So that's 3 each, plus an extra one for me since I bought all the drinks last night. That seems fair."
I shake my head and I just like, you greedy little dwarf.
What? I put a gold on the bar and bought everybody drinks all night.
Yeah, and you were also not. Never
And we
mind.
got tips for my dancing and singing.
Whatever. What? Just remember,
you are so ungrateful.
I give him the look and let my eyes glass over white and then go back to normal.
Ignacio, by the way, roll 1d6. That's how many astral points you regenerated.
Beautiful. I rolled a 6.
Awesome.
Not to tell the driver and the stable guy how to do their job, but I'm just going to look over the horses too to make sure they're healthy and ready to travel.
The stable guy is not angry or anything. He's like just, you're not standing in the way or anything. He's like nodding towards you, and he's like, as a druid, you stick a little bit out, but it's like not that they never seen a druid in this village. It's just like, druids, they stick in. They don't like to go into civilization that much, but
right.
Sometimes, you would guess. And he's like, he looks at you. You here to trade herbs?
No, I'm traveling.
Okay. Are you a druid?
Indeed.
Oh, I've seen one like a couple of years ago when I was younger. He came and sold some herbs, some whirlweed. That's something we always need when somebody gets injured from the animal. Anyway, and it's like he's a younger guy. He's about like you'd say 17, 16. Curious guy. And it's like, anyway, your horse, your carriage, and everything should be ready. So, and then he like walks away. And yeah, so you get on the way. Is there anything you want to do before you go?
Nope, I'm all set.
Anybody else?
I believe I've done I've already studied my spells for the day, and
there's no memorization, but you could like you could still check your spell book if you want, just to like make sure, But there's no memorization here. There, you got astral points, so you gotta inner pool of magic energy that you use up and then regenerate.
What is EC?
EC is encumbrance. So
Okay.
yeah. So I translated as good as I could. I don't know how it is in 5th edition. There's like, that's something you take off your attack, and I'm not so strict with it unless it's like bigger armor.
Okay.
At the moment, I just want to, I think it's already calculated in with your attack and parry. Like the heavier armor you carry, you take it away from your attack and parry and your dodge, basically.
Right.
But anyway, let's just go on. So you're traveling with the wagon. You're just talking a little bit. It's pretty uneventful until about midday. As you're getting closer towards Gareth and you're going down the street, you see more trees appear around you. There's like small wooded area. The fog has lifted somewhat. It's still somewhat foggy.
I draw my axe. I don't like being so close to the trees. Elves could be hiding in them.
And suddenly there you can see in front of you on the street there's a big tree has fallen over. And then the wagon stops and the woman Yola, she's like, "Oh!" and the wagon stops. It's like, "God damn it!" By the 12, that's like the 12 gods, the main religion. She's like, "Well, you two could get over with your horses, but the wagon is never going to make it through there. We have to either."
How big is this tree?
The tree is about let's say this thick, like almost like a meter. It's
Have no
pretty
fear,
big.
milady. We can move it. I'll get out and I'll walk over to it.
Okay.
That doesn't seem like it fell naturally to me, probably.
Okay.
I would keep an eye out there, Master Dwarf, and start scanning the woods.
Why?
Okay.
Do you smell elves? And I start sniffing the air. I can't smell anything. I got no sense of smell.
There was no storm, and this is an often traveled road, and trees just don't fall over so conveniently.
Okay. Oh, very cool. This program that I'm using is pretty cool. I'll tell you afterwards what I did, but anyway, so
I draw my axe and approach the tree.
You approach the tree.
I'm like making a ridiculous show of kind of tiptoeing, even though we're in daylight.
You're like commandoing. You're very young. You want to prove yourself. You just came out of you have barely a beard. You're like, in dwarven years, you're like more like 16
I'm
or
disgustingly sober too, and I'm really obnoxious when I'm sober.
Yep. So, as you move towards the tree, and you're trying to look around, and also the druid is trying to look around in the direction where the trees are. Suddenly, you can hear behind you a tree fall, another about as big as that, and suddenly you can hear voices and you can see about eight guys, and there's a woman that you can see with a red mask of some sort, and they're clearly some sort of bandits, and they have sabers, and they're like, "Your money or your lives, you bastards."
You go first.
Well, I was going to say, I'll have you know my parents were married. I muttered to myself.
Nice.
And I will proceed to get out of the carriage as stealthily as possible and sidestep into the woods.
Okay, initiative, how it works with this edition is whoever has the highest courage starts. So, what is your courage scores?
I got 11.
Okay.
13.
Wait, who was that with 11?
That's
Ignacio?
me, the charlatan.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
the charlatan, okay.
The tonic salesman.
Okay, our dwarf. Ian,
Oh, I have 13. Sorry.
13. Okay.
And
Your
initiative.
courage. It's the courage scores.
Okay, courage score is 8.
Okay. And
That explains him slinking off into the trees.
yeah,
I have 13.
13. Okay. So it's between the druid and the dwarf.
I got stubby little legs, so I'll let the druid go first.
Yeah.
Okay, what is Druid's Revenge?
Yeah. Something. The druid has some interesting spells too. Like, give me
You
a second.
cast it,
here.
and it kills everybody within a 1 mile square radius who's recently cut down a tree.
Sounds good to me.
You then,
Sounds great to me too, but I don't. I'm making shit up.
then you're some sort of gods or something in this game. So it's like apparently we can get the phase rip rules if we want to play that kind of game. You know? So okay. What was it
Man,
again?
low blow.
I'm just.
You know how I feel about supers.
I know. I was just kidding myself. So okay. So oh yeah, transform life. Give me a second. Just looking in my book. Here's the Codex Cantiones. It's like in this small book here. It's pretty cool. Here we go. Druid's Revenge. Druidenrache in German. Okay. Oh, I think that's a spell you don't really want to use. That's like a final spell in a way.
Got it. Okay.
Wait. It's. I'll just tell you what it does. It's a spell I never used before, but I think it's pretty cool. It says a spectacular act of the self-destruction.
Oh,
Wait. The magician uses all of his life energy, all of his strength energy, and all of his leftover magic points in a spell, and changes it into astral energy. And then you can use it for your final spell in your thing. So it's like a last resort spell.
gotcha. Wild.
It's actually pretty cool. But
Yeah.
that's a spell you only do once. And
Yes.
they also your level goes up 5 points. That's pretty cool.
Crazy.
If you ever
Okay.
find yourself in a no-win scenario,
And they make it 5 by 5 easier. And if you
Okay.
use up all the so anyway, I wouldn't recommend that spell.
Yeah,
honestly.
probably not.
So,
you just started your career. Maybe
Yeah.
if you're in a battle where you know there's no way you're gonna get out, this is like for literally going down in a blaze of glory.
Right.
So
Well, let's see.
it's a cool spell, but it's like they got lots of spells, and this is just 3rd edition. I know they added more with the later ones. So
All right then. Is there like a thing like holding your action to react?
you don't have to do anything. There's no react that I know.
Okay.
It's like you just don't do anything then.
Then maybe Curse of Plague.
Okay, I think that one again. There's sorry that I have to like look, but
No
it's
worries.
just I'm just checking out these.
it's been a few years since you played.
hold on.
it.
It's like
Actually,
transform.
mine is once I get into,
Juve, give me a second. Let's do first the druid, okay? Thank you. And I don't want to. Sorry, but it's just I want to do it one after another, okay? So Bewegungen, Verschwindibus. Okay, it's not. Okay. What was it again? Oh yeah, curse.
Curse of Plague.
Yeah, curse of plague. Yeah, Fluch der Pestilenz.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a demonic one. Mit dieser Formel kann der Zauberer sein Opfer eine beliebige. Oh, you can give them a sickness. but the sickness only happens like a day later and something.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then. I'll just,
That's like for an assassination almost. Like thing.
Gotcha. Well, then, here's what I'll do then.
If you want to have, well, anyway, I have Evil Eye can either make somebody like berserk or fearful. Forced dancing makes somebody forced to dance, so they are like incapable of so yeah.
That's one of my old favorite D&D spells. What was that called?
Yeah, I think again, there's a lot of spells that probably come from D&D that they just,
Okay.
Otto's Irresistible Dance.
Hallucination. Well, let's try that.
Okay, hallucination. Let me see here. Give me a second. Again, I have to find this here. There's also a lot of spells that I never actually did use when I played or when I ran the game. Hallucination was that? Why does it say control?
It's a control life form?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, I know it's really exciting to watch, probably. Where did I put where? Because now I think it's either because it says here I did it on control life forms, but I'm not. Oh wait, control. Oh, I'm an idiot. Control life forms. I said that's like enchanting, to enchant somebody. Yeah, hallucination. It's also just. Sorry, I made a mistake. And it's a classic druid spell because they're like masters of control, mental control and stuff like that. And also elemental stuff and whatever. So you can do it by one. You can create a hallucination for one person. So it's not like a hologram; it's in their mind, basically. Okay. So it's a psionic illusion. And
Go for the woman in the red mask.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do the hallucination on her, and what she's gonna see is the branches of the trees all around are gonna start bending towards her and looking sharper and more like thorns coming out of them and stuff as they slowly start reaching towards her.
Nice. So you want to scare her with that?
Yeah, I'm just kind of grin.
Nice. Okay. And you have a 4 in that?
I do.
She has a magic, so I will take away 2 because she has a magic resistance of 2. So you got 2 points to fix your roll.
All right, let's see here. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna pass that. I already failed with the first thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's the nature. It's like you'll fail a lot too. So you lose 5 astral points.
Okay.
It's always the half of what usually, at the half, unless it's a spell where you can there's spells where you can set how much you want to use, and then you have to like whatever you would have used. That's anyway. Okay, that was your turn. Now it's the dwarf's turn. So you do you know what? Describe how you not do the spell. Go ahead.
Okay, so I kind of reach out towards the trees and speak in some druidic phrases and pull my hands down.
Okay.
And then nothing happens, so kind of go.
Yeah, it didn't work. You're still very young, It's like magic isn't easy.
No.
Okay,
So it was the woman who asked for our coins or our lives.
yeah, the woman and some of the guys too. They like chanted with her. So
Okay. How far away from me is she? Can I charge her?
there's a couple of guys in between her. So there's like at least 2 guys.
Okay, I'll charge one of those guys,
Okay,
and I will say, "Death to the elves!" And
and they look at you. Elves? What? They're like a little bit confused. Not enough to be an effect, but it's
Right.
more fluff.
well. Now, what do I roll for attack?
Okay, attack is you should have your attack value.
I got an attack value base. Yep.
Yeah, the base. It's not your. It's the base is the base, but then you have your skill, and if you scroll down to weapon, you should see.
I have it written in here without EC or with EC.
Do with EC.
With EC. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same either way. It's 11.
It's like I think you gotta change it, but don't worry about it.
It says 11.
So you gotta roll a 11. Your basic attack. There's some special, but we'll just go with the basics now. It's basically just roll the attack number and under, and if you succeed, then I get a parry, and I can try to parry with the enemy.
Real quick question: what is this WC and BP stat here?
Don't worry about that.
Okay,
don't
cool.
worry. That's like your weapon comparison, but I never used it.
I missed.
Or when I did, I failed. What did you? Oh, you missed.
I rolled a 15. Yeah.
Yeah. So describe how you're like very enthusiastic but fail. Go ahead.
So I scream out, "Death to the elves!" and I charge towards this guy, and then I kind of trip over a root, and I give the druid a dirty look, like I think it's his fault, and then I just kind of stand there, looking like a chump.
The bandit doesn't look very impressed, and he almost chuckles a little bit, holding his saber. Okay. Now it is the bandit's turn. So this one that you just attacked, he will attack you. Well, he swings his saber at you, but he fails too.
Okay.
So he's not that great either. And one of the yeah, there's one bandit comes towards you, Ignacio, towards the charlatan, and he swings his saber, and he hits. You want to try to parry?
Absolutely.
So, is that what the PV stands for on the weapon?
It's the parry value. Yep. Yes.
I'll try to parry with my dagger.
And you have your dagger. Okay.
Yeah, not a chance.
It has a better parry value. Yes. Okay, so let me roll damage then. Oh yeah. He hits for 4 damage, but you have normal clothing, so it's 3. So it has 1 armor class that's how armor class works. You take it off the damage, and that's why if you have heavier armor, you can also create magical armor thing. So it removes the damage when you get hit, which I like personally. So he cuts you and he's like, "What are you supposed to be? Some kind of clown?" Okay, so that was the bandit for you.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Oh, nice. That means you got money. And you can see almost a blinking in his eyes. He's imagining all the gold coins.
Yes, he's our leader. He has all the money.
And then there's a bandit. The other ones, they're engaging with the other bandits. So there's 1 bandit for all of you. 1 bandit attacks our druid, Merrick, and he fails. And then Juve, as you're trying to slink away, 1 attacks you. And he hits. You want to try to parry with your scythe?
Yes.
Go ahead.
He's got a scythe.
I allowed it.
This Grim Reaper looking motherfucker.
I allowed it. It's not typical. Usually they have.
So what do I need to roll?
He's a guildless mage, so if he would have been
cool
from
it, man. I'm cool with him.
Yeah.
A guildless mage. He's a necromancer.
What?
Yeah.
He's a what?
Okay. What do I need to roll?
Juve, look at your character sheet, and there should be weapons, right?
Okay.
And then you should see you have 1 weapon, and then the parry value, the PV.
parry value. Okay.
So you got to roll the number or under.
And that's on a D6, right?
No, D20.
I
D20.
wish.
Yeah, D6, right? And you like hardly ever lose.
I would never lose. I have a parry value of like 9 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, then, okay, then I just say, well, don't roll. You're the hero of the century. You always win.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, please describe how you parry the saber hit from the bandit.
So I do like I pretty much cast the blade between the scythe blade and itself as I pop the button and basically cast the blade between the scythe blade itself and the handle. And I'm like, you're not skilled enough to deal with me.
Nice. Okay. So, and then next one. Oh yeah, the leader, she's in the back, she's giving orders. She's fighting against the merchant guy at the moment. Okay. So, then we're back on the top with our druid. Merrick?
Okay. So the spell didn't go off so well. The guy's right in front of me, right? So I try to bury my dagger in his gut.
Okay, go ahead, do an attack.
All right. How does that work? I didn't really get it.
That's fine. You look at your character sheet. You should scroll down. It's in the first page. You can see weapons.
Yep.
And there should be an AV, an attack value.
Okay.
Right? So with AC, it's the same because we didn't modify it. So you got to roll that number or under to hit. And same with parry.
Boy. Okay. Let's give it a shot here. I rolled a 2.
That's very good.
Excellent.
It's very good. Now he'll try to defend. And he actually does. I rolled a 5. As you come with your knife there and you wanna like stab him, he like does a quite skillful like, and he looks like, what kind of knife you got? You look like a beggar to me. I'll slice you either way. I want your knife, your fancy one.
So I attacked the guy in front of me, and I rolled a 2 that time.
Oh, that's very good. Let me see if he can deflect that. And that's a no.
Okay.
So roll damage.
Damage is 1W plus 3, so that's what?
Yes.
D6 plus 3?
D6 plus 3, yes. Every it's like when it says 1W, it's always D6.
9.
9. Very good. Okay, let me see here. Got it written down here. No, that's the previous. Oh, here we go. 9, right? So, okay. So you hit him pretty bad. He's still standing, but he got a pretty big hit. Please describe it.
So with my first attack failing after I tripped over a root, and then he came at me and tried to hit me with his what's he got, a saber, you said?
It's a saber, yes. It's a not very good quality saber.
He missed me, so I kind of sidestep and I swing the axe like baseball bat style and hit him right in the hip, and buries deep into his hip.
So as you dig into the hip, you can see like you can hear the flesh going in. It's like blood coming out, and he's like, "Ah, god damn it, you freaking small fucker!
You're lucky I was aiming for the knee. Next time,
I'll make you even smaller. God damn it!" And he's holding the wound, and it's like bleeding, gushing out. So it's a pretty good hit. Okay, that was your turn. Now we have oh yeah.
The bandits were after me.
The bandits, and then Ignacio, and then Juve. Right. So the first bandit, let's just go with you, Ian. He'll attack you because he's now motivated. Let's just say it simply.
Bring it on.
And he hits. You want to try to parry?
I failed. I rolled a 13.
Right. You rolled a 13. Then let me see how much damage he does. Got a plus, so 7 damage. Your resistance, your armor class should be actually pretty good for a starting thing. I gave you a leather helm and a leather armor.
Yeah, I've got a 4.
4. Okay, so he hit you for 7, but you only take 3 damage.
I just gotta smile and laugh at him and say, "Is that the best you can do?"
So he like stabs you with the saber, and it goes a bit through into like your lower torso, but it's not such a big wound. So like a little bit of blood, but you know, you're fine. And he's like, "God damn it! Don't worry, I will hack at your goddamn leather armor shit." Okay,
I
next
just
one.
grin at him with blood between my teeth.
The next. Wait. Did we miss you, Ignacio? Did you miss a turn? Oh no,
I go
you
after
stat.
the bandits, I think.
Yeah. You come after the bandits, yeah. So, but
Yep.
we didn't miss a turn for you, right?
Well, I got attacked and I parried successfully.
But did you get to attack?
I think I did, but I missed. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, because they said they were gonna take his knife, didn't they?
That was
Yeah,
me.
but he's just parried the knife. No. Ignacio, you get an attack now. You get 2 attacks because I missed you. I did miss you for so you can do either an action. So you don't have to attack, you can cast a spell or do something else.
Yep, I'm gonna cast. So when
Okay.
here's a question: can I cast with a weapon in each hand, or do I need a hand free?
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Like
Okay, so
because
for effect and flavor,
mages, for example, they usually have combats. They have a magic staff, so it's a
right.
And it's a 2-handed weapon. So, and I never heard that you cannot. Anyway, go ahead. You can just.
So
cast your
I'll
spell.
pull up my my pay, and I will cast Duplicatus Doppelpine.
That's a classic. It's a good one. You create a.
Let's see if I can do this. So this is cost 4, so that's a positive. Okay, so
and since I missed you last time, I'll be nice. I'll give you a bonus of +2. Because I
gotta hit my. So we got 6. So I gotta first cleverness 10 or under. Yep, that works. Then charisma 11 or under. That doesn't work. So it doesn't go off.
10 or under. How much did you fail it?
So charisma, my charisma is 13. So I would have had to do 15 or under, and I rolled an 18.
You know what? I'll be nice. I'll give you that one.
Don't you have any skill points in that?
Well, for this, I have the cost, which basically just makes it like you add it to the thing.
You could have removed.
Yeah, you add it to the stat.
You could,
but you don't get to.
You get to fix the roll. Like you have that many points.
And you get to fix the roll. Okay, I've been doing
this
wrong. Okay, so the cost is it's just like the skill points.
Yeah, so you have like, let's say 5 points in the skill, right? And then that's how many points in total for the 3 rolls you can use to fix the roll.
Okay, so I'm gonna use 5 points then of the 6 to fix that charisma roll.
There you go. We don't even have to cheat.
Let's do the last roll then, which is GE. Which one is GE?
That should be. Shit. Give me a second here.
Is that dexterity supposed to be?
Well, dexterity, that's like Gewandtheit. Give me a second. GE, that's agility. So the one before strength.
G is agility. Okay.
Yeah. I for some reason I thought I translated
got 9 or under, and I got 1 point. Okay.
That's a crit.
Nice.
So
no. I had 1 point. That's not my roll. I rolled a 13. So, failed on the last one.
Wait. You rolled a 1?
No, I rolled a 13. I was just saying that I had 1 point.
You get that
to
point.
Fix it.
I'll give you that point. Hisinda gives you that point. That's fine.
All right.
You make the spell.
So the spell works. So what I do is I pull out my rapier, and I like start swinging. Well, the epee, and I swing them in the air totally ineffectively, just for show, and my dagger, and I'm doing like these figure eights, and then suddenly to my right, another one of me materializes, and I say, "I am the great Malsan Fenikel, of which there are only two in the whole world."
It's actually pretty cool. So you can see now two, and they start like to morph into each other and go out. So like two of you. It's a pretty cool spell. I rolled for courage, but he's like, I don't care who you are, I'll hack both of you up. But cool. He has now a 50% chance to miss you. So you're like literally like a displacement beast. So it's pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You can actually have more than one duplicates, but then the roll gets harder. But in the future, you could like, I'll tell you exactly. You can have, I think, well, maybe even more than 3. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Okay. So we had you.
What's the cost of the spell?
And since
or do all illusions cost 10?
This one costs 6. Since you did one illusionary copy, 6 astral points for 10 rounds. Okay, so this is the first round.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool, 6. So for 10 rounds, it's like combat doesn't go that long usually.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Anyway, so that was you, and since I'll say that you're fixing of the roll, I'll do that instead of having you two things. Okay, 2
That
turns.
works. Yep.
Okay, so then we still had the guys. I'll just say he's like even though he doesn't run away, he's confused, so he wants to attack you for. Well, you know what? No, he will attack you because we'll see. Because he just has a 50% chance. So even if he succeeds, which is a 6, so like 1, 2, 3, he succeeds. 4, 5, and 6, he misses on D6, and he misses. He hits you, but as you're going through, it just goes like through the illusionary, like, and he's like, "What?" He's looking, it's really surprised. Okay, then the next one, he attacks our druid, and that's a 3.
Oof, parry.
Yep, go ahead.
Let's see here. Come on, mama. Ah, that's a fail. I rolled a 12.
He does a. You have 1 because you have normal clothing, so
right.
He has he does a total of 7 damage, but it's just 6. Just 6 is pretty brutal, especially in the beginning.
Oof.
Still very squishy. So he hits you.
I have 40 hit points.
He slices at your. Well, you're a dwarf. Okay, dwarves are like mini tanks. Okay?
Dwarves are awesome.
They're pretty cool. They are. Anyway, he slices at your arm and he cuts you in the lower shoulder. Blood coming out, cutting up your robe.
And I'm fun at parties too.
Yeah. Okay, so and then Juve, there's your guy. He attacks you, and he hits. Man, I'm rolling pretty good. They have like shitty attacks, but. So you want to try to parry, Juve?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let me get my dice out again. Sorry. Bloody hell, where is it? There it is. All right. He says D20, right?
D20 and your parry value. Number on or under. Just like with the Warhammer games, you gotta also roll under.
All right. I rolled a 8. And my parry value and my thing is 7, so I'm 1 point.
Yeah, you missed. You missed.
Okay.
He hits you for, you got the clothing, so like 5, so 4 damage.
Juve, do you have your camera reversed, or are you invisible?
He cast an invisibility spell. Visibility Zauber macht mich unsichtbar. Yeah.
I guess I'm good like that, so. Alright.
Anyway, so you as I said, you lose 4 hit points, so mark it down.
Yep, it's marked down.
Okay, then now we had Ignacio go. Now it's Juve's turn, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We had everybody else. Then Juve, your turn.
Okay, question. What would I need to roll to like drag this guy into the woods?
You want to drag him?
Like bum rush him, like
Oh, you want to like tackle him?
yeah, into the woods.
Maybe you shouldn't have played a sorcerer. Maybe you should have played a warrior.
No, there's a reason why. You told me that my skill set, so I'm trying to hide my.
No, okay, fair enough, fair enough. I'm just kidding. Let me just have it. It's just a little bit of fun. I'll just say, if you want to tackle him into the woods and deeper into the woods, I'd say go with a you got unarmed 3, so your base attack is 5 and 6. So I'll say you got 7 and wait, it's 3. Yeah, so you got 7 attack, 7 parry. So roll a 7 or under, and then you can tackle him if he doesn't parry or dodge your attack. Okay.
All right. Yeah, that was a 5.
Okay. Let me see if he does manage to parry it. Nope. So your basic damage. I don't even know what the basic damage is. Either way, I'll just say roll a 1d4. 1d4 minus 1. Let's just say this for now.
I roll the 4.
Okay.
I guess that's bad.
Well, no. It's just your basic damage. You just tackled him with your shoulder, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't get injured a lot, but he does get hit back, and now you're inside of the woods. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that was your turn, and we're back at the top with our druid.
All right, I'm gonna try the evil eye on this dude.
Okay, give me a second. Just give me one little second. And no, it's anti-magic. Here we go. Böser Blick. There we go. So either you can make it where he's terrified from you, or where you can make him like that. He basically is berserk. It's like hatred. It's either fear or hatred. You know.
Fear.
So fear. Okay. And
I don't want him berserking right in my face.
Yeah. So, you can half his courage basically. So that means when he has to roll for courage, that's okay. Good. So his magic resistance is 2.
Okay, so that gives me a bonus of 2 then, because I have a 4 in that.
I'll say since you're like pretty motivated, I give you a bonus in total of 4, so you get an extra of 2. Okay.
All right. So that gives me. All right, so that's my basic skill then. Excellent. Let's see here. All right. Flark. Well, yeah, no.
Even with fixing it?
Well, I rolled a 19, and that's even 4 points isn't going to bring it down to a 13 for my first roll.
No. Then don't worry. Don't worry about rolling. It's always when the first roll fucks up. It's just like then don't bother. So you try to do the evil. Well, go ahead. Like you can describe. You know.
So my eye glows like, say my left eye like glows red for a moment.
Yeah.
And I glare at him, and then I get a sharp pain in the back in my back of my eye. And I'm like, ah, and I snap it shut. And I'm like, frack.
The guy just looks at you. What was that supposed to be? And
never you mind.
You lose 4 astral points.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the nature of it. You know, so anyway.
All right, then I am going to cleave this son of a bitch. That's a 5, so that's a hit.
That's a very good roll. And he
Damage
misses.
is 8.
8. It is a good hit. So let me see here. Okay, describe your hit. You hit them.
Okay, he's still up though, yeah?
Yeah, he's still up. He's still
Okay.
fine.
This time it hits him like right in kind of the middle of the thigh.
Yeah.
I say, oh, I'm getting closer. I'm taking that leg.
So his armor, he has also leather armor, and the thigh, it's like a small skirt part. It covers some of it, but most of it goes through, and it's like, God damn it! Ah! And the blood comes out and
If
shit.
you survive this, you're gonna need a good tailor to fix that armor.
Yep.
Tailor? Armor? Yeah, whatever.
Anyways,
Over, leave me alone.
so that was our dwarf. Now it is the bandits, I believe. Let me see. I'm gonna see if he is still courage fighting you, the mighty dwarf. Oh, yes, apparently. Then the next one, he will attack our charlatan, and that's a 2. He succeeds. However, you still have duplicatus doppelbein. Still have your duplicate going on. So again, 4 to 6. He fails. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he succeeds. And he fails again. He hit very good with the 2, but it goes through the illusionary thing. He like thinks, I got you now. And it just goes through it like a hologram. And he's like, goddamn wizard.
What a great
Your
spell.
shitty tricks. It is a great spell. It's a very good combat spell, actually. And I mean, if you have 3 duplicates, then it goes down to like, a third chance and so on. So but then it also is harder to do and it costs more magic. So anyway, so that was his attack. Now he attacks our druid, Merrick, and he fails. That guy fails. He just swings and misses. And then Juve, your guy, he misses too. So now it is Ignacio's turn.
So, quick question. So, there's 3 bandits and then a woman in a strange mask. What's the woman doing?
She was like fighting. She's fighting the
Our employer.
Yeah, the employer, the merchant. They're in the duel.
How's the merchant looking? Is he losing?
He has some wounds. She has like 1 or 2 wounds. Doesn't seem right now. It seems to be evenly matched.
Okay, so I just concentrate on the guy in front of me. I'll see if I can hit him with the dagger.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a big miss. I just cut a lot of air.
He's like, I might not be able to hit you, but you'll never hit me with that kind of shitty dagger knowledge. Whatever. He seems like not a very smart guy. Anyway, so that was Ignacio. Now it is. We had our druid, right, Merrick? Now it's Juve's turn. Yeah, Juve. You're in the woods now. Nobody can see you.
So.
Well, except the guy in front of you, obviously.
And that's on purpose. So, I look at him, I'm like, well, there was a reason why I had you in the woods. And then I will summon a horned demons.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. If I were really strict, you'd be probably fucking yourself, and there's still a chance you will. But I have done a small change to the rules because you have to do a level check. And at level 1, you have to literally roll a 1, but I changed that.
Oh, okay.
So now you have your, you got to roll a 9 or under because I said your arcane lore and your level in bonus. So it's a little bit easier. So.
Well, you didn't have to do all that now.
Nah, because anyway. So, but first we got to see if the spell actually works. So I'll say the only horned demon that you know the name of is a Zant. It's like it's like almost like a demonic tiger being, something like that.
Yeah. So I will proceed to say, the silence is in there.
Yeah, heptagon kryptonite. Okay, so
8. 8.
Nice.
And my eyes go white.
wait. It is dude. Wait. You got to do 3 rolls. Courage,
3?
courage, charisma.
Oh, God. Okay. You just gotta kill my high.
And
12 and 2.
what is your give me a second here. I gotta see what's your skill. Yeah, summoning demons is no joke in this game. It actually would take a minute. Yeah, it takes quite a bit. I'll be nice. I do it like it's a quick and dirty summon.
Okay.
You gotta really. It's anyway. So, what is your skill in that? What is the number next to it?
2.
Okay, so you got 2 points to fix your rolls. So you rolled courage, and charisma, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize you can do the same skill twice in a roll. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so did you succeed, Juve?
Well, I got 8 on the first roll, a 12 on the second, and a 2 on the other. In that order. So -2 would be 10. So I'm 1 point off.
Well, you got 2 points. Did you
So
use one of the points to fix your roll?
Yeah. Does it just fix the point to where it's like where it's supposed to be?
That's the point. That's the point of having skill points. That's the whole point.
Okay, then cool. Then I use 1 point to fix it because I had 8, 12, and 2. And the only one that failed was the 12.
Give me a second. Yeah, I'm being really nice here because summoning demons is very, especially horn demons, is very risky. And you can fuck it up really bad. So, and I'm being really nice because it takes like a minute or something, but I'm going like with the video game where it just, so again, you're just doing a quick and dirty version of the summon, not the longer one and everything. So, let me see here. Oh, okay. Again, I haven't looked through these books in quite some. Here we go, Zant. Okay, I'll show you how he looks like. So you succeeded at the roll, right?
Yeah.
So if you can see it, see that line thing?
Yep.
That's what he looks like. And okay, so plus 22. Ew. Anyway, I'll be nice, and but you got a roll now. You have him summoned. As you do your spells, Heptagon and Kryptonite, you have, as you have knocked him in, you have not done your the pentagram on the ground. So you're basically doing it in a risky way. So you're trying to now basically you have to control the demon. So technically it would be a level roll, but
Okay.
so you would have to do a 1, really. But I'm nice, as I said. I said it's your arcane skill, which is like 8, I think. So you got to roll, or it's 7. So you got to roll an 8 or under in order to control him.
Yeah, that didn't happen. I rolled a 13.
You can see as the big smoke clears and the creature comes out, and it's like, how tall is this thing? Yeah, it's about like, let's say,
No, I have a
Gareth,
question.
It's about like 8 feet tall. It's like a standing lion, and it's a standing tiger kind of thing, and it's got multiple horns, and it just looks at you and like, who dares to summon me without a summoning circle? I will rip you in half. And yeah, he attacks.
Wait a minute. Since he said that, am I allowed to answer the question?
You can say whatever you want. You didn't succeed in your role, and I've been very nice.
I'm just saying. Can I just say he
Yeah, sure. What are
did?
your final words?
What is your final words, pretty much? Yeah.
My final words that he's the one that summoned you. He just dragged me into the woods, and I point to the
I
bandit.
know who called me. I know your voice.
Okay.
You think I'm stupid human? And his big fangs come at him. And you can see his tail. His tail has like a big spike at the end, and it's like serpentine. So okay, so let's okay. You summoned him, so he'll attack next turn. And that was your turn, Juve. And next,
do I do anything to get him under control, or am I just SOL?
You tried, Juve, and I've been very nice. As I said, it's a level roll. Okay, summoning demons, especially horn demons, is no joke. Okay, in the Dark Eye, you have to be very good at what you do. You have to do the rituals and everything. And I've been very nice. So.
Okay. Okay.
You're not dead yet, Juve. There might be a way for you to get out of this.
Yeah, I might come save you.
Anyway, so that was your turn, Juve, and that means we're top at the beginning with our druid. Suddenly, in the woods, you can hear this fucking. It's like a fucking animal, a wild animal, but from freaking hell, basically. It shudders through your body. And all the robbers are also looking like, what the fuck?
Okay, so I do that, and I give it.
By the way, your guy is confused. I'll be nice. I'll give you a. I've been like really nice today, but I'll give you a +3 because he's been like really like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna say I look over his shoulder real quick, and my eyes go real wide, before I attack him. But
you don't see the demon because
no, I was just there's just a noise.
It's like the noise. It's like some kind of it's not a normal animal. It's something supernatural. So, go ahead. What you want to stab him?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Give him an obsidian injection again.
Yep.
All right. Fuck. Nope. It's a 14.
I gave you a 3 bonus, so.
Well, I got a 9. No, I got a 9 to attack.
And so how much did you roll?
I rolled a 14.
So. Then even then you fail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so even though you slice at him and it almost gets there, still he like, oh fuck, he like gets back. Okay, now it's our dwarf's turn.
All right, swinging lower on that leg. I rolled a 7, so he has to parry.
Okay. And he completely fails. Roll damage.
9 again. 6 + 3.
Okay. This time you hit him pretty bad. This time he's like full of wounds. Please describe.
Yeah, so that time I get him right on the knee.
Okay, he's like, oh, god damn it. And now he's like, he's starting to like move back and he's like trying to get away. He's holding the sword in front of you. And anyway, it's not his turn yet, but he's like, god damn it, you fucking, what the hell are you anyway? What was this roaring? What kind of people are you? And okay, so that was our dwarf's turn. Now it's the robber's turn. Your robber, Mr. Parallax, he's starting to run away from you. Now
I'll let him go.
Yeah. He's like, God damn it! I'll get you another time. And
he
like
running on that leg.
Well, he's barely running. Running, when I say running, is like he's more like hinking, like and bleeding all over the place.
Because I'm going to turn my attention to someone else next turn.
Yeah. And okay, now the one in front of you, Mr. Charlatan, he's also looking at the roar, and suddenly he sees his friend running away, full of wounds. And he's got courage, man. So he will try to attack you. And he succeeds. However, you still have the duplicatus doppelbein. And this time he actually hits you.
Do I parry? Can I parry though?
Yeah. Of course you can still parry. So
no, I narrowly fail, so I do get hit.
yeah. Well, the spell already helped you quite a lot. So
of course.
So okay. So let's say total of
Meatloaf said it best. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
6 damage. He hacks into your shoulder with the saber. This time, I got you. This time.
Ah, you stinking brute!
What?
Okay, now the one who's attacking.
I'm a little busy.
Merrick Druid. He's trying to attack you. And he succeeds.
All right, let's give it a parry. No, by a lot. I rolled a 15 that time, so no.
Yeah, as I said, the Dark Eye can be very deadly, especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
And especially when somebody summons a goddamn demon, right at level 1.
A horn demon.
A horn demon, yeah.
I didn't know. It was on my character sheet.
Yes, it's on your character sheet, but you could have asked me some specifics. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. I've been very nice to you, Juve. A more stricter Dark Eye guy, he would be like, yeah. But I mean, you're young and rash guy, you know. And so, okay, 3, you lose 3 damage.
Okay.
Okay, he stabs you in like in your toe. Why not? Why not?
Bastard.
And you're like, God damn it! Like he wanted to actually stab you in your leg, but you actually moved away a bit, but not far enough, and then he kind of stumbles in for it and like stabs you in the toe.
That's my favorite toe.
Nice. Okay. He doesn't cut it off. He just stabs at it. You know.
Still, my poor toe.
It still hurts. So, okay. It's just fluff. You know. Whatever. Juve. I'm gonna roll for your friend here.
Hold on. Did we skip me?
Oh shit. Yeah. No.
No.
I'm still going for
the bandit's turn.
Oh yeah.
Oh right. I'm sorry. I thought we were doing like
it's the bandit's turn, and the demon.
Yeah. Let's just prolong my death scene.
The demon. Yeah, he should have been before, but now it's like I'm rolling for Juve's bandit. Yeah, he's running like a motherfucker. He just saw a fucking demon appear out of nowhere, and he's like, you can literally see him pee his pants, and he's just running. Oh my god, it's a fucking demon! They're demon summoners! They're heralds of Borberad! Run for your lives! The nameless one is after me! And Juve,
you can't let him get away now, Juve. He knows your deal.
He's running out of the woods, so everybody heard him. He was yelling. Well, he didn't quite see Satan, but he definitely saw. Well, there's no Satan. There's an equivalent of. You know what I mean? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so Juve.
Who knows what other lies he's told hapless travelers?
The demon attacks you. First, he tries to slice you with his big paw, with his huge claws. And he hits. Do you want to try to parry?
Sure. Hold on, let me.
It's the PV.
PV of 7.
Okay. So, yeah, you got to roll 7 or under. As long as you parry every hit he does, you can survive.
God, Jesus. All right. It's just. Oh God, why is this thing? Yeah. I roll. Good God, let me. It's a 10. I failed.
Okay. So, and he gets a second attack in a turn because he's a fucking demon.
Oh, of course.
Dun, dun.
Okay. He tries to strike you with his tail. The first attack hits, and it does. Okay. 2. So 6, but you have your clothing, so it does. He slices at you for 5 damage. The tail misses though. He goes into the ground. Like, you know, the xenomorph, like that, like a scorpion. Pretty cool shit.
Okay.
It's actually
So,
pretty cool. I love to play.
yeah,
The demons are pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, thank you.
This was a simple fight, honestly. You should have no problem doing it.
Sure.
Just rub it in.
Yeah.
Now it's not a simple fight. It was until now.
Yeah. So
Well, hopefully the demon takes the
I'm
summoner.
at
It'll be
16.
appeased.
So yeah. So
Any-
I'm at 16 hit points.
Anyway, well, 15 is still. You're still moving.
You're still alive.
Anyway, so we're back at the top. I will actually roll here.
Well, that was the bad guy's turn, right? So isn't it now Ignacio's turn and then Juve's turn?
Yes, sorry. Ignacio's turn, yes.
Okay, so I swing at this low life with my pay. Let's see if I hit.
Yep.
No, I don't. So this time I go high and I just cut it above him.
No, you know what? I'll give you, let's say I'll give you also 3, because he's also, you know, like stunned from the scream and from the roar and the scream. Do you
want me to re-roll that? Because even with the extra 3, I totally miss.
Well, then you still miss. Okay.
Yep.
So anyway, then we're back at the top with our druid.
Okay.
Wait, I just want to roll something.
Necromancer, no?
Yeah, I think Juve goes.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Juve. It is your turn.
Yeah, I'm here. I try to get the demon under control. Is there anything
By
I
the
can
way,
do?
your spell, you used up 23 astral points, just so you know, for the summoning.
And the oh, good God. Is there a way to undo the spell?
He's here now.
Is there anything to do to get the creature under control?
Or exercise spirits, that's actually ghosts, so wouldn't be demons. There is a spell where you can create a gate to kind of get them out there, but you don't have that. I don't think so.
Okay.
So, well, you can attack him.
Yeah, do that.
I try to appease and not attack the demon thing from hell.
Oh, so what do you do exactly? Role play that.
I will try to explain that I brought a offering in my time of need as a human sacrifice.
I don't care. I will rip you apart. I will drag you back to hell myself, and I'll have your soul.
I brought you souls.
And I will bring.
I brought you 5 souls for consumption. Do you want
I want your
soul?
soul. I want your soul for my master. Yes.
Oh God. Okay. I give up. I'm dead. Oh.
Shit.
So you're
I
just
counted 3 bandits.
Okay, so that was your action then? You tried to...
Yeah, I'm dead, John. I'm just dead. Okay, I give up. Continue on.
You can still run. You can attack. There's many things you can do. Anyway, so we're back at the top with the druid.
Right, okay. I guess just... Magic's not seeming to work very well for me today, so I'll just, try and...
Hey, it's not working much better for Juve.
Swing at him with my dagger again.
Yep.
That's a 2. That's a hit. Maybe.
It is a hit, but the guy does parry.
Ah, shit.
However, he does parry you, but then he like looks there, and he heard the sound, and he heard the guy saying like, "Okay, I'm not being paid enough for this shit. I don't know what is going on. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge," and he starts running away.
Let him go.
Yeah, and he's running like a motherfucker. Okay.
Failed his courage roll, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
I rolled
my
the courage.
turn.
Actually, the evil eye for fear is really cool because you have his courage. So when I then roll to see that he's only got half of his courage, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But of course, it
I
sucks.
didn't make it.
Yeah, it's how it is. Believe me, I failed many skill checks and spell checks. It's
I
just
would like
the nature of the game.
to turn my attention to the woman in the red mask now, who's fighting the merchant.
Okay. Yeah, you're free now. Since the guy ran away, you have a clear line of sight.
That's a 9. What's my attack value? Hold on. 11. Parry value's 9. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
11. 9 under 11.
Okay.
So that'll be 6 plus 3. I love this d6.
Okay. So wait. You did attack. She gets a chance to defend
Oh, she does.
herself.
Yeah. You're right.
It's not that easy. However, she fails, so you can still roll your
9
damage.
damage.
9 damage. Okay. So. Okay.
This damage die has rolled 6, 6, 5, 6, or 6, 5, 6, 6, something like that. It's crazy.
Okay. Oh yeah. So 9 damage. Yep.
Isn't that the novelty one you got at the Vegas?
Okay. Describe your hit. Your hit is pretty good.
Yeah. So because she's busy fighting with the merchant, so I just hack her right in the back with my what's it called? Scarl or whatever it is.
Scrya.
Yeah, that thing. So I just hit her like in the back shoulder.
Okay. So you hit her at the back of the shoulder. Okay, so that was your turn. Now it's the bad guy's turn. So the one attacking our charlatan, he's still staying. So wow, he had a critical hit. However, he still got the duplicata. But he does a very good hit, but he hits the hologram, so it's like whatever. It's like he still got 7 rounds, and 10 rounds is like,
we are too much for you, my friend.
I will get you, one of you. Anyway, so the next one, the one with the druid, he ran away. Juve, now it's the demon's turn. Okay, first attack. That's a 4. You want to try to parry his bite? Juve?
I think you're muted.
He might be AFK. He just had typed in the chat, I run away. Run deep into the woods, away from the demon and away from the group.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
I'm here.
You know, you could ask your help, your friend's help. Maybe together you could defeat him. He's not from the horned demons, he's not the toughest. Like, he's still tough, but, you know.
We could stand in the way of the smallest train.
Okay, so I rolled 11. I missed. What's the damage?
Okay, for the bite, give me a second. Oh, shit, bite. 9 damage. He bites you for 9. Like, bites a small chunk out of you. Out of your shoulder.
9 damage.
You had 15 last time, right?
No, 16.
And you're still
and minus 9, you said?
Yes.
7 hit points.
Now he tries to hit you with the tail. And, oh, he does hit. And you had 1 parry, so it's an auto hit
Oof.
for 6 damage.
Oof.
I'm at 1, Sean.
Yeah, you have to roll to stay conscious. Let me see here. Okay, you
That'll
gotta
be-
roll body skill and that's willpower. So
I'm
courage
unconscious. Yeah, I rolled above that. Is it below or above?
below, and you have 2 points to fix your roll. So it's courage, strength.
Courage. Fail.
Okay.
You have 2 points to spend, or did you fail by more than 2?
16
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
and 10. I'm dead, Sean.
Okay, you're down. You're unconscious. You had 1 life point,
He'll swallow your soul.
and yeah, and so that was yep. Now we're back at the top with our druid.
Did the girl in the red mask go?
Oh yeah, she actually, since the guy has been wounded, but then he sees as you pop up, she throws a little. She has a little pocket
Gang
with some dust. Yeah, she
Oh.
does a gang sign, and then the Reds come out and they have Uzis and they shoot you all. No, she has a little pocket with some powder, and it confuses you. She's
Oh.
running away, and as you try to catch her, she actually one of the guys that was going away, he grabbed the son of the guy. And then he picks up the chick, and they're riding away. 2 of them.
I see.
The driver?
Yep.
Mm.
They took his son. Well, I was hired to keep that kid alive.
And
Was there on a horse?
Juve,
What?
the demon finishes you off. It rips your head off.
Okay.
I get an action here, right?
You can feel your soul being dragged into the nether realms as the demon returns to his plane of existence.
Okay.
Ignacio,
Well, it's nice playing with y'all. Y'all have fun.
Mm.
Aw, I feel bad. But summoning demons is dangerous in the dark eye. You cannot
Makes sense
fuck
to
with
me.
it. It's fucking dangerous. Okay? Like, you gotta prepare and shit. And I was super nice. I was really nice.
But I think it's Ignacio's turn.
Yeah, Ignacio, it's your turn.
So
And
I see him trying to run away with the son on this horse, right?
Yeah.
So minor illusion. Can I create the illusion of a fire?
Yes.
Okay,
The
so I'm
minor,
going to attempt to create that.
Okay, the only limitation it's like minor illusion in D&D, where you can create 3-dimensional like images, but they cannot be animated, so they're still. So
Well, it might work. I'm trying to scare the horse.
yeah, I mean,
So I'm going to try to do it.
okay, fair enough.
All right, so minor illusion is, I got a -5 here.
Since it's a good idea, I will give you a 4.
Okay, so four
Bonus.
points.
Yeah, so to your skill roll.
Okay, so that brings it. You mean like it brings it up to -1, or it brings it up to a 4?
What was your skill for that spell?
-5.
Well, then it's now a -1. So
Okay.
You have to only make 1 roll harder. So let's just say the first roll.
Okay, so the first roll is cleverness. So 11 or lower. Yep, I got it. Second roll, charisma, 13 or lower. I got it. Third roll, dexterity, 12 or lower. Ah! Failed the last one.
Well, I gave you already a bonus, so like.
Yeah, no, I mean.
So
it just doesn't work.
You start to form in your mind the illusion. Well, go ahead, describe it. I don't want to describe it.
So I close my eyes. I picture in my mind the fire, and then I start chanting the words. But when it comes to the hand gestures, I just totally fumble it up. And I fumble it up twice because my illusion is still next to me, and we both throw our weapons on the ground in frustration, and
It's okay.
grab our
This
forehead
is
and
what
say,
happens, okay? Because I feel slightly bad about fucking over Juve, but I've been really nice to him. But I'll give Juve, I know he probably won't see this because he's not here, but Juve, as you start forming the spell in your mind, the illusion of the fire, okay? As Juve is being dragged down by the demon into hell, he kind of still like gets out, and he's like grabbing onto it, and for a second only you can see it, Ignacio, as Juve's character, like the Grim Reaper. He comes there and he basically holds your hand and it's like, take my remaining power. Even if I have to go to hell, I will help you this last time. And he gives his remaining power and he fixes your roll with his power, and then he gets dragged to hell like, whoa! And only you have seen this for a second, and it
so
actually
can I
fixes your
describe
last.
it?
Yeah, go ahead. You succeed.
So I take his hand and then I see him getting dragged down to hell, but his hand remains attached to my hand, like the rest of him is torn down.
Yeah.
So I'm holding the hand up and then I blow, and like it turns to like this glittering dust, and it travels over between the legs of the horse, and then it hits the ground and creates this illusion of a fire.
The horse starts to like, woo, woo, it goes up, and the guy falls down from the horse with the kid, and then the guy starts running away with the chick. The kid then runs away. They can first they're on the ground, so you have a chance. They cannot run away yet because they've been knocked off the horse. You have a chance to do something. They're grounded.
So everybody's on the ground. The woman,
there's the guy and the chick and the young kid, the son of the merchant.
Oh, the woman with the red mask. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I have an idea, but if the others want to act first,
idea.
that's fine with me because I just did this whole thing. So they should get a chance to react.
You had an idea very similar to what I was going to do when I realized it wasn't my turn and I was trying to jump the gun.
Well, it is your turn now.
Yeah. So the horse is right there kind of freaking out.
Yeah, and it knocked off all of them. They're on the ground now. They're all grounded.
All right. I call out to the horse and command it to kick that dude right in the back of the head.
Well,
Master of animals.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. So that is...
You'll get also a bonus of 3.
Nice. Well, I already have a 6 in it, so that's 9 points.
Yeah.
So that's courage, charisma.
Yep.
All right. That's a pass. That's a 1. And
that's clearly a pass.
That's all a pass. Those are all passes.
Okay.
Without even needing to spend a point.
Just describe how it looks like as you command the horse to do what you want it to do.
So I whistle real loudly, and then I shout out, or like I make like a sound like a stallion screaming, and then the horse like stops freaking out, spins around, and lashes out with its hooves at the dude who's trying to grab at the boy.
Well, the guy is like, he doesn't move. He just looks at the horse. Right now, the horse could like easily kill him because he's on the ground, and all the horse would have to do is just kick him once, and
he rears up and stomps down on him.
And the chick is also like just there, like both stunned and like not standing up at the moment. Because the horse nods to you like yes, I do as you say. And you can hear that, but all they hear is like, you know, like.
Excellent. So yeah, I tell it to kill them, kill the man and the woman, and leave the boy alone.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. The horse kills them easily. It stomps on their head like, and everybody's
I'll grab the boy and drag him away because I don't know it. I don't know
The boy is shocked. He'll probably need therapy for the rest of his life, but
Well, he's alive and with us still.
but he's alive. Yes, that's true.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll grab him and drag him away from the horse.
Yep, and I'll call the horse over to me.
Yeah.
And then,
One of the bandits that's been running away, one got away, and he looks at you, and with the wounded guy, they're getting away because they're far away now, and like they get on another horse. They had like 2 horses. They're more like mules. Like the one was a horse, the other one was a mule.
Mhm.
But the mule is pretty quick, and the guy says, "We gonna get our revenge, you bastards!" And they gotta get away.
You started it, idiots.
And he told you his parents are already married.
Very nice.
All right. So
Hey.
I will set to then chopping this tree up a little bit with my axe so that we can move it out of the
Hold
way.
on. Where's Aderon?
Who?
Aderon. The guy with the staff?
Juve.
Oh, I don't know.
I believe he is now at peace. I had a vision of him.
What?
He smiled and said, I am gone to meet my ancestors.
Well, I don't believe him, so I'm going to start looking around.
He's in a better place.
You find him missing his head.
Ooh.
Like it's been bitten off by a huge beast of some sort. And you can you can see a spot right in front of him that is like ashen, and you can smell brimstone. And
well, that explains the roars we heard.
Well, loot his corpse.
nice murder
And
hobos.
then-
You got this side.
I approach the body and I say, "Oh, you poor man. You had neglected to take the medicine that I gave you." Spontaneous combustion can happen when one starts taking the balm and then stops taking it.
Okay.
You should have tapered off.
Let the forest.
I make some kind of dwarven holy gesture and say, "Man, I'm glad I never took that balm."
Nice. Anyway, we'll finish it here. And Juve did a glorious death.
So I got a question for you about skill rolls.
Yeah.
If let's say you have that.
One second. I want to finish the recording here. So
Okay, cool. Sorry.
all of you get 50 XP or adventure points, as they call them. But I shortened the adventure. There was a whole nother section. You can still explore it if you guys want to come back to that other section. And there's still other adventures, and I can come up with stuff. And Juve, if you watch this part, I was really nice. I didn't want it to be a dick, but playing with demon magic is dangerous. It is very dangerous. Okay. And anyway, point is that anyway, yeah, you get all 50 adventure points, and Juve, you can return with another character if you wish. I don't know if we'll play again. Right now, I want to keep it as a one-shot, but if you guys want to return, that's fine. Any final thoughts? Final words from the characters, or final thoughts from you guys?
I like it. It's an interesting. I really like the skill system. It's an interesting way to do it.
Yeah, they kept it in the 5th edition too. There's some modifications, was pretty much the same. That's the cool thing. The skill and the basic combat works the same.
It's been a couple of years since I played it, but it didn't seem that much different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more simple. It's more like old school D&D with the classes and shit.
Mhm.
Whereas in 4th edition, the big change was...
Oh, right, they're classless, aren't they?
Yeah, in 4th edition, it's like, since 4th edition and 5th edition, even 4th edition still had levels, but it was mostly about gaining adventure points and building your character as you get more. With 5th edition, there's no levels anymore. It's just like GURPS, basically, where you build your characters, but you still have this. It's pretty cool. That's why I want to do 5th edition, and then people can really be creative with their characters, and Anyway, but
well, thanks for running it. I mean, it's
gladly.
It's a pretty cool game. I would recommend everybody try the Dark Eye.
Yeah. I will run more. I want to run 3rd edition also, but I also want to run 5th edition now. Those are going to be the 2 editions to run.
Yeah, I really like that little digest-sized rule book they have for that.
Yeah.
Pretty slick looking book. Also, that magic book you got looked cool.
It is the Codex Cantionis. This is where all the spells are, and it's like in the box. They had it in the box, and then they have a separate book which has different runes and magical objects and magical creatures, the Mysteria Arcana.
Man, the Germans make awesome role-playing books.
They
ever see, like,
do.
the-
They do.
Reminds
You ever
me
see
of
the German Call of Cthulhu books? They look so much better.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
than
That's
the,
awesome. That's
That
awesome.
reminds me of
the
was
American
it
ones. And
the Encyclopedia Magica from D&D,
Yeah.
like 6-book edition of like all the magic items and spells in the game.
yeah, I remember that was in second edition.
That. Yeah, I have the fancy set for that, which is probably pretty useless now, except for ideas.
Anyway, guys, I want to have a moment of silence for Juade the Necromancer. He didn't have a long career.
Yeah, rest in peace. What's your name?
Rest in peace. So, talk to you later, guys. I'll stop recording here. We'll still chill, but yeah, I will do
Good game, man. Thanks for running it.
Yeah, thank you. And transfers alles Terraport.